Tyreek, do you think you can go all the way?
All the way to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Of course, man. We got the perfect team to do it. I won a Super Bowl, and I feel like this is probably the better team than when we won a Super Bowl back when I was on KC.
Nice boat right there. Mad Dog.
Yeah, come on.
You picking up what he's putting down?
No,
Buying
what a
it?
joke. I mean, they got killed in
Whoa.
Buffalo. They lost to Kansas City, and they lost by 2 touchdowns to the Eagles. Now he's going to sit there and put this team. This team has done nothing. Be fair. And they didn't play that great against the Jets. Tua hasn't been wonderful. I'm not in love with Miami in a big. Plus, they lose the linebacker with the Achilles, which is a big injury. I have some issues. They're going to miss him. I got some major issues with Miami. You think Miami is going to win on the road in a big postseason game in Baltimore or in Kansas City? I got to see that to believe it. The answer is no. They are not as good as Kansas City, and they are, or not as good as the Kansas City team that won a Super Bowl. And Hill's crazy if he thinks this is the best team in the AFC. How's that?
You know, it's. First of all, the fact that he plays for Miami already excludes us believing him.
That's a good point,
one.
too. He's biased.
The other thing is, they arguably, when Tyreek won the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, they arguably have the best quarterback to ever play football playing on that team. They arguably had the best tight end to ever play football on that on that team. They also have a D tackle that I think is going to go to the Hall of Fame in Chris Jones on that team, right? And then you think about how good the San Francisco 49ers were in that Super Bowl, that defense that they played against, the way that they had to come back in that game with Patrick Mahomes. And Tyreek got the nerves enough to say he thinks this team is better?
Well, let me say this to y'all. I agree with y'all, but not with the momentum you're giving the subject. I don't summarily dismiss it. I'm inclined not to agree with him because there's only one Patrick Mahomes. But let's understand what he's saying. Tyreek Hill is all world. Braxton Berrios is no scrub. Neither is Jalen Waddle. Pay attention, Raheem Mostert is averaging 5.2 yards per carry, okay? They've got the number 2 rushing attack, the number 1 passing attack, okay? And looking at their numbers right here, okay, they are number 2 in the NFL in offense in points scored and number 1 in yards accumulated. So what I'm saying to you is this. You combine that with the fact that Miami's defense ranked 11th against the pass, 6th against the rush, is not as awful as those Kansas City teams were that Tyreek Hill played for on the defensive side of the ball. I don't want to say they were awful, but they were not that great. They're certainly not what they are now, Kansas City's defense.
I agree with that.
And offensively, you look at how potent it is. What it really comes down to why we believe he's wrong is because Patrick Mahomes is on another level, and Tyreek Hill is trying to convince us that Tua can be. I'm saying no to that just like y'all are.
Okay.
But if you look at Miami's weapons, wait a minute now.
Are you surprised that the Eagles are underdogs at home?
No, I'm not. Not whatsoever, because of what we've seen Philadelphia do in first halves of games. Like if we talk about the comeback kids and what they've been able to do in majority of these 10 wins and having the opportunity to come back in the second half playing better than the team in the second half. Mad Dog, the reason why I believe this, because I don't think you can get behind 2-3 touchdowns to the 49ers and think that you're going to make a run like that. I think this front, D-line-wise, is too good for you to think that you're going to play with a lead. I mean, play this team with a lead and you're going to be able to come back from 2 or 3 touchdowns down. So I'm not shocked that they are underdog because of that only. Now, I would be shocked if it was just a blown away, they going to win the game and it was a foregone conclusion. That's different. But to be a three-point dog at home based on what you've done in first halves of games to the 49ers and the way they play when they fully healthy, I'm not shocked at all.
Marcus, I am. I have to admit, that means that they think Vegas on a neutral site, San Francisco, 6 points better.
Because they give you 3. Right.
I give you 3.
Yeah.
You know, this
That changes a little bit of perspective. I didn't think about the Vegas thing.
that's the way I'm looking.
Yeah.
And remember,
Of course, Doggy would.
Yeah, well,
No,
I mean,
but,
Rob.
every
no,
week.
but Shannon said that
I
yesterday
got
too.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, he
Why
did.
you getting up
Shannon
there?
doesn't
He's
lose
a Hall of
money.
Famer.
Shannon doesn't lose money every week. Doggy does.
And he's right
he-
about
guess
that.
what?
And
He
blames
makes a
a
hell of
former
a lot
priest at
more.
the Vatican, Fat Rob.
You know what? Come,
Yeah.
you know what?
That
Killed me
is
this,
still
you know what
messed
killed me
up.
this week? Can I say real quick what
Go
killed me
ahead.
this week?
Sure.
You get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I had the over in a big parlay. 4-1, I win. I had the over of Jacksonville and Houston.
In Houston.
The score was 24-21.
He missed the field
The
goal.
over was 48.5.
Oh,
Even you
my
could do the math.
God.
Jacksonville
Oh, my
doesn't
God.
score at the 1-yard line last play of the first half. They drop passes all over the place. He takes 2 sacks on the last drive, and then Amendola, the idiot, hits the crossbar.
He hit the
When they kick the field goal, it's 24 apiece. Oh, I threw things. I let Bo and Riley walk out in the street. I was so upset. That is a terrible
You let the
loss.
dogs go?
Let the dog go. Let me run out the street. Go ahead. Go and run out and get hit by a car. I'm too disgusted right now. Too emotional.
I get in
That's
trouble
what he
for
said,
saying
right?
that.
But
But
let me
that's
ask you
a
this
bad
question.
loss. Would you agree that's a bad loss?
Before you go on, let me ask you this question. How much money have you lost?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Tell the truth, doggy.
You want to know the truth?
Yes.
I know you know. He does know, Molly.
Take a stab at it.
I would say you've lost
50.
about $150,000.
Marcus?
I go 100.
50.
In between.
What the hell does that mean?
In
We gave you
between
three
100.
numbers.
Math, do the math, Steve.
We gave you 3 numbers.
70.
We gave you 3, not 2. In between what?
85.
These two.
I said 50.
Oh.
About
Yeah.
80.
That's 75, 80. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
75.
That's not,
Golly.
that's not,
Mad
you can
dog.
afford that.
I'd
Mad
That's a
dog.
loss you can afford.
That's one appearance here.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, why do you do this? We're in a tough economy. You set yourself up.
That's funny. That's funny.
I love your
People are out here
goonishness.
struggling.
He's lying.
A
but
new
go
word.
ahead.
Goonishness.
I am lying about
He's
that.
lying.
No
He's lying.
text messages,
He's lying.
bosses,
He's
please.
lying. He's lying.
Not helpful. I don't want to hear it. They always
lying. He's only playing.
Yeah.
I'm
That's not
having
true.
fun with
Go
that.
ahead.
all
Go
day
ahead.
He's
long.
only lying.
Mad
Oh,
dog.
my
That's a
God.
lot. That's
Go
just
right.
send it to me.
Do you want to talk about the game or
Yeah,
no?
I'll talk about 6 points is 3
No,
points.
I
is-
want to talk about where you going after the show
Yeah, we
and
are
why you
interested in
dressed
that.
like that.
Oh, my God.
That's what I
are-
want.
you are
Stephen A.
spiffed to the
Stephen
max
A.
today.
Tell
What's
the
cooking?
truth. This extra.
Guys, I'm wearing a red dress.
Molly, this extra today.
To me, she all right. You know what I'm saying? It's not extra. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's extra,
No,
man.
don't
Yeah.
super. Her
You
head
got
is big
the
enough.
the
Her head is
eyeliner
big enough.
things going up to your
Her head is big
eyelash.
I'm hosting a national television show. I'm
Bro.
sorry, I got
Until
that.
12 o'clock, then you're free.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's go, man,
okay,
dog.
let's go.
See the
Marcus,
cheap warm-up suit she wears once the show's over. But let's move on. The point that I want to make is this. Let's move on.
So what? I
Let's
like
move on.
to be
Let's move on.
comfortable.
Let's move on. I'm trying to help you out. Don't
that
argue with me right
man-
now.
that
I'm trying to
man
help
is a
you.
savage,
I'm trying to
man.
help you right now. Just flow with it, Molly. Just flow with it. Here's the deal, y'all. When we talk about the 49ers and the Eagles, I'm not surprised at all that the Eagles are underdogs because when you consider the way 49ers have played over the last 3 weeks,
Yeah.
since Debo
Dominant.
and Trent Williams have come back, the level of dominance that they've showed against stiff competition, including Seattle and Jacksonville in the mix, we got to give them love for that, and Tampa. But then also you got to take this into consideration as well. The Philadelphia Eagles have been down by double digits. Here's the one thing that I think that we all need to pay attention to. Interesting stat that I throw at you, Doggy, because this might influence your betting this Sunday.
I don't know where to go with this game. Go ahead.
Jalen Hurts has the NFL's best passer rating in games where his team is tied or trailing. 71% completions, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Brock Purdy has the worst in the same situation.
Yeah.
When he's trailing or tied, Brock Purdy's numbers are not
Decrease.
what they were when he's got a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts gets better
Good stuff.
under adverse conditions. Brock Purdy gets worse.
That's a good
So
step.
now what we have to take into consideration is what are you saying with the 49ers being favorites? What you're saying is they're going to get out to a lead
Yep.
and Philly ain't going
And
to
Philly ain't gonna be able to come back. Yep.
They ain't saying San Francisco's going to be at a deficit and they're going to come back. They're saying San Francisco is going to get a lead and Philadelphia ain't going to be able to overcome it. You're going to bite off to a bit too much more than you could chew
Yeah.
this particular week. That's what Vegas essentially is saying.
10-1 at home. Beat them last year, albeit quarterback's injured.
Right.
I'm shocked they're getting 3 points. You want to tell me the game's a pick 'em? I'll buy it. You want to make the you want to give the Eagles a 1-point advantage? You got to be surprised.
But
I mean, they're 10 and 1.
But think about it, doggy. We also just saw the Buffalo Bills up 17-7 at half.
They won the game.
I get it. I get it. But do we think San Francisco is better than Buffalo?
Buffalo played well on Sunday.
Listen, your picks have been a little suspect,
I've been
so I
awful.
don't even know if I'm going to listen to you right
listen
now.
You be quiet over there.
Listen to me.
Don't walk, Bo and Riley.
You be quiet.
Let's
Well,
go.
what is she getting on me for here?